Hey my loves, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Chrisanna, and if you're new here, then welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be testing out this brand new Too Faced Christmas All Around the World limited edition makeup collection. So here is the box that it comes in. And then here are the goodies you get inside. So you get 3 palettes, and then you get 1 travel size of Better Than Sex mascara. And as you can see, each palette has a blush shade in, and then I think one of them, it looks like a highlighter, but I think it's just like a light shimmery blush, which probably could be used as a highlighter as well. In today's video, we're going to be doing 2 different looks, and I'm going to try to maybe use all 3 palettes, and if not, just do 1 palette on one eye and then another palette on the other eye. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the collection and give you guys a look. So if I didn't say, this collection retails for $49, which is a little bit steep, but I guess if the pigmentation's good, then I guess we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and go over all the palettes with you guys and show you. So this one is the Too Faced Christmas in Rio. Here is what the packaging looks like, and I absolutely love this packaging. And then here are what the shades look like. Really a pretty neutral palette as well. So then we have this one with pink packaging. This is in the shade Christmas in New York. So here is what the packaging looks like. Again, really, really pretty and unique. And then let me take this plastic out. And here are what these shades are. I love these pinky toned shades. I feel like I have so many neutrals that this one is going to be really nice in my collection. And then the third palette has blue packaging, and this is Christmas in Sydney. And I love the teal shimmer shade in this. It is absolutely beautiful. I think it's a shimmer. Oh no, it's actually a teal matte shade. So again, there are all 3 palettes, and again, you do get the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's a decent size. I've had one of these for a while, and it's lasted me a long time. So I'm going to do it one eye at a time. I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Concealer, and I'm going to prime just one lid. Just going to go ahead and buff that in. I really want to use that teal shade because it's so freaking pretty. Then I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me powder just to set this lid. So now I have to decide on which palette I want to go in with first, because I could just create 2 eye looks and then just jump all over the place, but I do want to strictly stick with like 1 palette per eye. So let's go in with the more pinky one first, so the Christmas in New York. So I'm actually first going to take the blush out of here, and this is in the shade Park Avenue Princess. It's like a really nice bright pink shade. So I do have a cream blush on, and then I set it, but I don't have any powder blush. Oh yeah, that's pigmented. I literally dabbed like once with my brush. Oh, I was going to put it on that side, but no, I want to save the side for a different blush. So starting off with the pinky tone palette, I'm first going to take the Upper East Elf. So this one right here. The shades look incredibly buttery, so I'm excited to test them out. I'm going to take this JH32 brush, and I'm going to work this right up here above the crease. The shade has a lot of kickback, but it seems pretty pigmented. So next I'm going to take this shade called So Ho Ho Ho, and I'm just going to work this kind of right into the crease, but like a little above. See, now this shade is definitely a lot more pigmented than the last one was. Or maybe it was just the last one was a little bit too light. Oh yeah, this is a really nice shade. So now I'm going to take a small brush. This is the Morphe M456 brush. And I'm going to take the deepest matte shade in the palette, which is called Rocket and Roll. I really, really love the names in these palettes. Super cute, fitting for Christmas. So I'm going to work this shade directly right into my natural crease. And then I'm also going to place it on the outer V as well. So as I'm putting it in the crease, I am kind of blending it as well. But the shade is highly pigmented. But I feel like as I'm trying to blend, it's not really wanting to blend out as good as I thought. So I'm going to go back into the So Ho Ho shade, and I'm going to use that smaller brush, and I'm going to blend this right up above that dark shade just to see if we can't get a better blend. Oh yeah, okay, see there, now I'm getting a little bit better of a blend, not like what I want, but it's better. Then I'm going to go back into my bigger brush, and I'm going into the Upper East Elf, and I'm just going to go right over everything just to make sure it's nice and blended. Just really not liking the blend right here. I'm going to go back into that deepest shade that we used. And I'm just going to very lightly just try to blend this out. All right, so I think that is a good enough blend for now. Let's go in for some shimmer shades. I'm really excited about these because they look extremely buttery. So I'm first going to grab this shade called Eggnog Tiny. I absolutely love these shade names. And this is going to go on the inner portion of the lid. Oh gosh, that's a beautiful, beautiful shimmer shade. So it definitely comes off a little more silver on the lid versus in the pan. It looks a little more pink. So there's only really 2 full shimmers in the palette. So I'm going to take the other one that's called NYE and NYC. Just this one right here. And this is just going to go on the middle part of my lid. But again, another really pretty shade. The shade looks really dark, like when I'm looking at it in the pan, but it's not as dark on the eye. It's like that super pretty purpley type shade. So that is about it for that eye look. It was super easy to create and I really do like it. I'm just a little disappointed in the blend. I just feel like I couldn't get it where I wanted it. So now at the very end, when I'm done with both eyes, I will do the bottom waterline and put lashes and stuff on. But let's go in for a second palette now. And like I said, again, I'm really, really tempted to use that blue shade. But then again, you know, there's this whole neutral palette that is absolutely gorgeous. And I love the blush in here. It's like a super duper pretty shade. But I just feel like I always create neutral looks on my channel. But I feel like a lot of people are definitely gonna want to see this palette in use. So if I don't use it today, I will use it like in another video. But yes, for today, let's go ahead in with Christmas in Sydney palette. But first, let's go in with this blush shade. So this is called All G Days. It looks like more of like a blush topper. Because it is, if you can see, very, very shimmery. So it might actually even be like a highlighting shade. Oh yeah, it probably is a highlighting shade. I'm going to just lay it over top of this one as well. So here is a swatch for you. But yeah, that's pretty much like a highlighting shade. I really wouldn't call that a blush. I'm going in with the shade Great Barrier Reef. So this one right here. And with this shade, I'm actually going to start it right on the outer V. Or I'm going to start it right into my crease and then the outer V as well. So I want to build this shade up as deep as I can get it because I want this to be my crease shade. So once I've got that as deep as I think I'm going to be able to get it, I'm still going to take the same brush. I wiped off all the extra product and I'm just going to blend just very, very lightly. So I can tell that the blend is going to be kind of a struggle. Like they are hard to blend out. And I also set my lid with powder too, so that usually makes it a lot easier. But yeah, I'm really kind of trying to blend hard and I'm not really getting anything. So I'm going to take this big fluffy brush and just try to blend this out. So now I'm going to take the lightest shade from this palette, and this one is called Santa's in Sydney. I'm going to use this to pretty much blend out the blue shade. I'm going to switch over to the big fluffy brush using the same light shade. Alright guys, after a lot of working at it, I feel like the blend isn't like where I want it to be. I'm going to pick up some more of the greenish blue shade and I'm going to pack some more of that right into the crease. This blend is literally taking forever, you guys, but I'm just going to leave it at that. We're going to go ahead and add a shimmer shade now. So I think for the shimmer, I first want to try this shade right here, and this is called Sandy Claws. It looks really dark as I'm looking at it in the pan, but I think it's not going to be as dark on the eye. Start just applying this right here. So the shade is actually really pretty, so it's more on like the green side. There is what we are looking like. I was going to think about maybe adding a different shade. Let's go ahead and add one more. I'm going to take the Opera House Party. And I'm just going to pop this right here. Just like a little bit, because I don't want it to be too dark, which I think it is. So I think for the inner corner on both sides, I'm going to just take the All G Days, from the Christmas in Sydney palette. So I'm just going to use this as an inner corner and a highlight. Oh, see, that is really pretty and brightening. Alright guys, so I think for now that is done. I'm going to go ahead, hop off camera, apply my false lashes, and then when I come back, we'll do the bottom waterline and I'll give you my thoughts on this collection. Alright guys, I'm back. Lashes are on, and here is what the look is looking like. And I feel like, of course, everything always looks better with lashes on. But for the blending of those palettes, you guys, they were like crazy. Like, I definitely expected them to blend a lot easier. Like, I have $5 palettes from Wet n Wild that blend better than these ones do. But let's go in for the lower lash line now. So for this side, I think first I'm going to go in with the blue shade. So this, again, is called Great Barrier Wealth, or Great Barrier Wreath. And I'm going to be really light-handed with this. And I'm just going to run this right down here, because I do want to go in with that dark brown matte shade. And then I'm going to take the dark brown matte shade called Koala Cuddles. Such a cute name. And I'm going to run this right along the lash line, but I'm going to keep it super close. I don't want like a whole lot of pigment. Could have used the dark brown on the top too, like to blend the blue into, but I just didn't, like, I wanted to keep this like super blue on this side. I didn't want the brown to overshadow it. So I'm going to go back into the blue shade and just smoke that brown out a little more, because I really want that blue shade to pop underneath. Like, don't get me wrong, the shades are incredibly pigmented. They just don't blend very well. So let's go back into the pink palette we used, which is called Christmas in New York. And I'm first going to take the shade So Ho Ho. And again, just going to run this right along the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take Rocket and Roll. And I go right underneath. Like, as you guys can see, the shades are incredibly pigmented. Like, that's not even like a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and add some eyeliner, mascara, and then I'll come right back and we'll talk about the palettes. So for the mascara, I am going to go in with the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, the mascara has a wand like this. And this is an amazing mascara. I feel like it does everything. It volumes, it separates, it does like the whole 9 yards. And it's real good. Alright guys, so here is the finished look from both eye looks. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a close-up. So let's go ahead and talk about this collection now. What do I think about it? Do I think you need it? Honestly, you guys, if I could give this a rating, I would give this 6 out of 10 stars. Again, the shades are very pigmented, but they did not blend whatsoever. The shimmers were okay. I feel like if I would have got my brush wet, they would have applied a little bit better. But personally, for me, I do not like to get my brush wet if I don't have to, because I just feel like when I get my brush wet, it gives too much of like a sharp edge and gives that like wet look. And on my hooded eyes, it just doesn't look the best. But again, for this palette, I mean, the shades, you guys, they're absolutely gorgeous, stunning. I just don't think it blended very well. And for that reason, I honestly don't think this is worth the purchase. I mean, for the packaging and everything, I mean, the packaging, of course, is incredibly cute. I mean, look, who doesn't want something with that kind of packaging? Even to just display, like, it's really pretty. The blushes seem pigmented. They applied really well. But again, I mean, who's going to buy the palettes just for the blushes? So the palette we did not get to test out was this one. So this one is called the Christmas in Rio, and I really want to try this out. So if you guys want to see this in an upcoming video, let me know. But I feel like even as for the blush shade in here, it's like that peachy light tone blush, and it is really pretty. So let me know down below what you guys think of this eye looks. Maybe I'm just crazy and maybe the blend is there and maybe I just don't see it. But I just feel like for $49, I just feel like it should have been a little bit better. So yeah, if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more videos like this one, please be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. If there's anything at all that you guys want to see next, please let me know. And for Christmas, I'm going to do 25 days of makeup videos. So if there's any palettes that I've ever used on my channel that you guys want to see looks with or any of that kind of stuff, let me know down below because I'm going to have to think of 25 things to do for 25 days. And I just feel like I really got to stick with the plan because like some days I'm just so lazy. I don't really want to film. So for this, I feel like I have to like do it. So maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll just have to see. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.